Cyberverse Foundation is purely a not-for-profit foundation that looks to make Mysore a cybersecurity hub. It aims to have a consistent economic driver for Mysore, be a supporting pillar to what is an oversaturated IT hub in Bangalore. So that was the work there. That will continue on its own, and maybe some oversight with me will always be there, but it will continue as it should on its own. I've always wanted to serve a greater purpose, especially over the last year. And I think now, being ready for the full spectrum of a public role, I'm taking the plunge. We've always been in contact with everyone for various issues, not anything related to politics. So there was always a open line, so to speak. But I think it's important that the individual and the party share their set of beliefs, their maybe the principles they work on, the ideals they work on, the ideology, and certainly the vision for the country that a party represents. There should be alignment with the individual and the party in that aspect, and I feel that the BJP best represents my own personal interests in that matter. Well, I don't think those labels are necessarily true. Hindutva as an ideology is all inclusive and wants to take India forward with everyone included in its original principle. And the fact that any anti-constitutional labels are absolutely false when the Bharatiya Janata Party itself is birthed out of the constitution. So I think those narratives fall short when the truth is exposed. Well, I come with the principles of my forefathers who delivered on their many promises, many, of course, during the state of Mysore, Kingdom of Mysore time. I'll use those same principles of leadership going forward in the modern world. Alongside that, we have the Prime Minister's overarching vision for India. And I think his thought process 23 years ahead for when India attains 100 years after independence to be a completely economically developed nation is very laudable, in that we are not thinking about just ourselves, but the next generations as well. So I think these two selling points are the main two things when it comes to us in Mysore. Furthermore, I think I have the best idea for an organic development of Mysore and Kodagu, which is very much necessary given the modern issues that we face with nature and with conserving our heritage, which are much more in focus in constituencies such as Mysore and Kodagu. Well, obviously you need that sort of guidance from all your mentors all around you, and the party has been very helpful in that matter in maybe drafting my strategy and the narrative which we want to go forward, and we're taking it forward with their concurrence as well. I think within the political spectrum, obviously everyone considers it's a zero-sum game at the only objective of winning, and so obviously they'll get up to all sorts of things, but I have to stay true to my own principles. We intend to do this campaign positively and convey our message and our narrative and our strategy. Ticking all those boxes going forward is our aim. I don't think it's very valid because we are as much between people and moving around as anyone else. The notion that we only live in the palace and don't come out is absolutely false. My ancestors have done the same, and I intend to do the same. If not, they wouldn't have created so much amount of goodwill around all the people from the good work they have done. So we intend to move forward with the same principles. Yes, there is a tradition with the palace, and those things are also key towards preserving Mysore's identity. Those will certainly go on, but alongside that, we will also obviously dedicate the most amount of time we can towards developing and ensuring that Mysore and Kodagu move forward with India. They should think about, certainly as a voter, you should be thinking of the overarching vision of our Prime Minister and what he has set out to do. You should certainly think about your own candidate in your own constituency and what his vision is there. In that aspect, obviously, I've outlined the Prime Minister's vision and my own as an organic development of this constituency, and for it to have a great part in the Viksit Bharat of the Prime Minister's vision as well. So that has been my selling point across the campaign, and it remains the same here as well.